My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Darren Notero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer. Friday, September 25th, 2015. Sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper, a.k.a. the chiropractor. Straightens motherfuckers out. What's going on, Skip?
Just straighten them out. Got a little allergies over here. I'm going to fight through this motherfucker.
Buddy, you ever heard that statement, you can lie to me, just don't lie to yourself? Are you really putting this little fatigued attitude off on allergies?
It's allergies, man. I can't fucking breathe.
Skip.
My eyes are swollen. My eyes are watering. I just need some Crown, dude.
Oh, there you go. You need a little Crown?
Everything will be all right.
All right, Veronica, you think we can get a little Crown Royal for Skip? Because we need him to pull strong through these, these podcasts. He's got to be focused. He's got to stay aggressive.
I don't know what's stuffed up more, my fucking head or my pockets.
Well, you're steady making money, and I'm thinking that the money's coming in so much that you're stuffing your...
It's clogging my fucking head up.
Yeah, with Crown, okay? Anyway, you think we can have a good show for these guys? You think you can muster up a little energy with all that money you're making? Because these guys need to make money too.
Spicy brown mustard.
These guys like to make money too, you know. You're not the only one.
Let's go make some money, man. What's going on today?
It's a $1 trillion industry that everyone deserves their fair share, don't they?
Absolutely. Tell these motherfuckers how they can get some of it. How they can get a hold of us.
Well, I love them. I'm glad. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It's Friday. We're dedicated to bring these podcasts to you 2 times a week, week in and week out. Friday Night Lights, everybody's excited. Before we get into our show, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get a hold of VIP Sports Las Vegas, if you want to call us, you go to 877-220-6540. You want to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, VIP Sports LV. You want to direct message us. Believe me, guys, we love your comments. We laugh at your comments, whether they're good or bad. Like I said, we got a good sense of humor. And the good news is we're confident enough in ourselves to know who we are. I mean, I know who I am. I know that I'm the best in the business. I know the successfulness and the level I put my life into. So even for you hecklers out there, we love reading your comments. We got a good sense of humor. And speaking of that, why don't you read a few comments from the last podcast just to prove to these guys that we actually do read the show, comments from the show.
I love to read the comments, man. I mean, I get a couple of drinks in me, you know, I'm chilling out, and I go on there and read them, and some of them are funny as hell. Some of them are just simply ridiculous.
But at the end of the day, guys...
Michael Haney. See this guy, Michael Haney?
Yeah, go ahead and read his statement. What did Michael Haney say?
Michael Haney says, scared money is no money. Best decision I ever made was taking VIP Sports up on their promotion. They offered me 4 weeks ago. I'm up $7,500 in 4 weeks, and I'm ready to bump my bets up again, but only if Steve says so. If you love making money, then you're going to love VIP Sports. Thanks again, Steve, for all the extra money.
Well, you know whose client that is, right?
There's a testimonial. Apparently yours.
I picked him up off a front. He called into the office. Big shout out to you, Michael Haney. We've been kicking ass and taking names. It's just the beginning, brother. Be careful on posting stuff on social media. Don't forget, we got all those trolls out there trying to act like, oh, you're betting? Who you betting with? Don't forget, people are trolling our social media. Keep your games, keep your money to yourself. Keep the comments up, though, because we love them.
I'm assuming that guy's a $500 better. In 4 weeks, he's up $7,500. That's about right. It's about 4 units a week, right?
Yeah, but he started out at a $300 player.
Oh, okay. And then you bumped him up to a nickel?
I told him, like I said, I'm not going to discriminate you because you're a small player.
Right.
Just because you're small doesn't mean you deserve to lose. Right. I told you, I'm making an example out of everybody. If I call somebody, they're going to work with me. They're going to get games that go to my guys that are spending $50,000 and $100,000. You know, just because they're not in a position to throw away money or have millions of dollars or have a 6-figure-a-year job doesn't mean they don't need a second income.
We don't discriminate.
No. Another guy, Eric Hernandez. Shout out, Eric Hernandez. You guys are the truth. Haven't gotten business with you guys, but have been watching your show since it first aired on CNBC and lately just found your podcast. I was born and raised in Vegas and can't wait to move back. Right now, still in the service, U.S. Army. Big shout out to the U.S. Army.
Shout out to the military.
Big shout out to all the military.
Always supporting you, brothers.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, you know, all that shit, guys. We represent all you guys.
Navy SEALs in the house.
You know how Steve Stevens is. Represent your fucking country or get the fuck out. Plain and fucking simple.
Keep kicking ass, guys.
Go USA. We love you all. Keep up the good work. and entertainment. We're going to keep up entertaining you guys as well, especially with the new show that we're filming, getting ready to come with. And he says your podcasts are enjoyable. Skip is a pimp. You're a pimp, Skip.
I know.
He's been down to earth from day one on the show. You can really tell that he's a family man, family oriented, and a very high motivated, driven individual. It's actually a pretty good motherfucking.
Sounds like this guy has me figured the fuck out.
It really does, because that's exactly who you are, and I'll be the first to verify that. If you're blessed enough to have a guy like Skip in the industry, you are. You are a high-powered, inspirational motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Good to have people like you at your company. Keep up the good work, Steve. We love you.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Thanks for the love, brother.
Shout out Eric Hernandez. Shout out to several different guys. We'll shout you out. Like I said, you want a shout out from us, guys, go to our comments. Like I said, we just want to prove to you that we read them. K Crony 1. Go ahead and read what he says there, Skip.
Steve, the imitators ain't got shit on you guys. You can take that shit to the bank, buddy. You guys just did your best podcast ever. I was laughing the whole time. Big thumbs up, boys. All right, Crony, we love you.
Crony, we got your back all fucking day long. And guys, there's 15 other people out there that stay, giving comments. Steven, several different people that I can't think of because I smoke a lot of kush. You want a shout out from Steve Stevens? Tell me you want a shout out. I'll give you a shout out on the next podcast, because at the end of the day, you got my back. I definitely got yours. You support me, I'm going to support you.
Yeah, we should also mention Veronica's been getting a little bit of love.
Yeah, I definitely want to mention Veronica's getting some love on the comments. She better watch out for some of these groupies. You sitting there with us, Veronica?
I'm here.
You better watch out for some of these groupies, sweetie. You need to speak into the mic. You've seen some of these comments, right?
I've seen a couple, yes.
Well, you've been not only offered seis, but she's been offered sietes, ochos, nueve, and a guy just texted her the other day, said he had a Diaz for her. Is that something you may be interested in?
You ready for a Diaz?
God damn, you see the smile on her face? When I mentioned fucking seis siete, she didn't even fucking move.
Oh, boy.
When I start getting nueve Diaz, I mean, Veronica, please don't tell me you're getting into the once and all that type of shit now.
A fireman with a Diaz is all you're looking for,
Huh?
right?
A fireman with a what? With a Diaz?
It's a Diaz.
A Diaz?
A Diaz.
So if you're a fireman, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be a real fireman. This ain't Magic Mike.
Adidas?
She don't, no, actually, in your fantasy,
Mike's cool.
Magic Mike is cool. As she said in our last podcast, you don't need to be a real fireman. Just make sure that hose is at least a Diaz. First it was a seis, but now the truth's coming out, because you see that, when you see that grin, when you guys see that grin when I mentioned Diaz, that's what she really wants. And it goes back to telling us, tell your ladies what you want, you'll get what you want, right?
$100,000 a car and a 10-inch.
Yep. And you got Veronica all day long.
Or a fire truck. I mean, if they don't have a car, they could bring the fire truck.
Absolutely. Hey, as long as they're bringing the rain. They better bring it, though. They better look to be putting out her fire. She's going to be real upset. Yeah. It's not beyond Veronica to tell her, get your shit and get the fuck out. You know what I mean? But Veronica will be sitting in with us, ladies and gentlemen, just hanging out, talking a little shit with us. You have any questions or comments, comment for her as well. Let's get into NFL. Since Monday night game was pretty boring, just like we told everybody it would be, huh?
Yeah, last night's game was a little more interesting.
Well, obviously.
That kind of sucked too, but when you get paid, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's what we do for a living.
I'm not in it to watch the games.
But at the same time, Skip, you got to give our fans a little bit more than it fucking sucks. You know what I mean? You think maybe we can break it down a little bit for them? Maybe.
Well, from a viewing standpoint.
We are doing a sports show. I mean, we want your opinion.
From a viewing standpoint, I mean, if you watch the NFL last
the game
night,
was garbage.
You were bored out of your mind. Yeah, you
garbage.
Bored out of your mind.
It's like I say, we have a little thing amongst our friends. We call it adorable. It's a nice word to say in public for fucking horrible.
The college game was more entertaining. I mean, 11 different lead changes up and down the field all fucking night. I mean, if you want to be entertained, the college game was way more entertaining.
Well, last night, like I said, the Giants.
Memphis.
Well, the Giants covered the spread last night in defeating the Redskins 32-21.
They finally held on to a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter and won the game. Won the game and covered.
All three games, they had double-digit leads, and they finally held on here to get a game and covered. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, can I talk about Washington real quick? If you don't mind, our fans would like to know about sports betting.
Go ahead.
We're not fantasy football guys. We don't give a fuck about stats. We're not going to tell you what player to play, and we never will. We're going to talk about beating the fucking line on the Las Vegas Strip.
Right.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
Making money.
We don't live in fantasy world over here.
No. This is reality sports betting. If you want to make money, if you want to take care of the family, you got to get into reality betting, not fantasy.
Right.
Okay? So, once again, the Washington Redskins came out last week, put it on St. Louis, who came out playing phenomenal the week before. For you guys that are still on that fucking trend, I mean, the sports book tell us their stats. A lot of people bet Washington last night, Skip.
I'm sure they did.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
What?
I don't know why they would. I mean, the Skins are now 2-15 on the road. Their last 17 games.
We've told you to watch out for the 49ers. We've told you to watch out for the Colts. We've told you to watch out for Seattle. We told you in week 1 to watch out. Week 2, they're still undefeated. Here we are in week 3. We got 3 undefeated teams that we've talked about, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But like I said, Giants game was a marquee matchup. To all our players out there, you know we had the Giants. You know we had the over. Whether it came in last night with the over a little bit close at the end, bottom line is it got the fucking money. Would you have rather have been on the under?
Big fourth quarter, that's for sure.
So bottom line is 2-0 situation last night in the NFL. Not to mention we knocked a abso-fucking-lutely probably the biggest play on the board with the Memphis over last night, Skip.
Washington Redskins are a disgrace from what I saw last night.
Talk to me. Now it's time to give me your opinion.
I mean, they're 2-13 against the NFC East now after last night.
Yeah.
Their last 15 division games, they've won 2.
Okay.
The last 17 times they went on the road, they've only won twice.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins is fucking a disgrace.
Right.
Gruden, you got a lot of work to do there as the head coach.
Yeah, Gruden's a good guy, though.
Watch out for Washington. That doesn't mean they won't cover next week, though. Now, remember, just because you saw them look like shit last night, they could easily come out and cover again next week.
We're almost giving these people too much game, Skip. Just off the theory that we've given, all these like guys with their algorithms and their systems and all their shit. That shit ain't fucking nothing.
Your abacus and your
We've
slide
actually
rule.
been showing these people a system that they've never even thought about before, and we're showing them where America's heads are when they go into the sports book. They look at the team that won the week before, they see who's hot, they put a fucking bet in, and everyone's getting their fucking head cracked. If you're going to look me in my face right now at home and tell me that you're 15-1 or 14-2 since the beginning of the football, look a little closer because you're a motherfucking liar. You can lie to me, just don't lie to yourself.
Well, all these suicide...
You don't fucking deserve it, guys.
All these little office pools and the suicide pools that people get in every year in the NFL, you know, every secretary's in one in the country. You know? You know how they work. You got to pick a team that's going to win every week. They don't have to cover. They just got to win the game.
Correct.
You can't use that team more than once throughout the year.
If you remember, Skipper, my ex-secretary, the thief, won a $65,000 pool based off the games we gave her.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you not remember that, pal?
I do remember.
Oh, okay, great. How much did she give you?
However, nothing.
No, she didn't give nobody nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, go ahead.
However, what I was trying to say about those suicide pools...
Veronica, you'd give us something, wouldn't you?
I'd give you something.
Huh?
Yes, I would.
Something? If I want flowers, can I at least get a rose?
You can get edibles.
Edibles.
Oh, this fucking girl,
Oh,
listen.
boy.
Arrangements.
I don't know what you do to these guys. I don't mean to break off on the sports,
boy.
but this fucking girl gets more edible arrangements delivered to this motherfucking office than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Now, Veronica, I'm not going to look you in your eyes because I know sometimes when I look at you, I break you down a little bit. What are you doing to these guys? What are you doing?
secret.
Is it a secret move that you're doing? Is it a good friendship? Is it oral or is it a sexual position that's getting them to send these arrangements?
I don't have to do anything.
Or is it the way you put them to bed when you leave? So are you so it's got to be something. But this
Speaking of the microphone.
she's a little bit nervous. It's okay. Is it the reverse crab or the lazy dog that gets them
Chocolate.
sending you these arrangements?
Chocolate-covered strawberries, fresh fruit arrangements,
She has a move that you've
flowers,
never.
every
She
day.
obviously has a move that you've never seen.
Every day it's something.
Yeah, because when you're manhandling Diaz's, you really know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, let's get back into the sports.
Hey, back to that game, just for the record. Did you see how many flags were thrown in that game last night, in the Giants-Washington game, that were picked up?
Oh, you
What-
mean
what is
flags thrown and then picked
Yeah,
up?
I'm starting to get really baffled and confused. by
I'm thinking it's a
I
guy.
counted at least 5 times where the referees are throwing flags during the play, while the play's going on, and then after the play's over, they get together and then they say, "Oh, we're just kidding. There was no flag."
I'm glad you said that.
There was no flag. You know what I think's going on?
Go tell me.
I think they're protecting them fucking selves from a big play. Like if a big play fucking goes down, okay, you throw a flag. I mean, they were throwing flags literally every other fucking play.
I don't know if they're doing it to protect a big play. I think they're inexperienced and they're throwing them, and then their buddies are covering up for them.
That could be.
No big deal. Pick it up.
Well, I got the conspiracy philosophy. I
Right.
think what they're doing is, I think they're protecting from a big play. Oh, let's drop a flag every other play, okay?
Right.
Just in case there's a 40-yard bomb, and we really didn't want that to happen.
Correct.
You know, we got to keep this game close.
Correct.
We can, say why the flag's on the ground. Oh, holding. However, if it's a 2-yard run into the line of scrimmage and, no gain, no big deal, you don't keep this game tight. we'll get together and say we were just kidding. The flag really wasn't there. No, we really didn't float. But last night was extraordinary.
This is, well, of course it was.
And they just kept throwing fucking flags and then getting in a huddle and talking about it and saying, oh, there's no penalty.
And I'd like to weigh into that because that ties into sports betting.
You either saw something or you didn't.
Right. Like if you have a guy out there or a guy from New York tells you that they got a referee in their pocket and they know a guy and it's a fixed game and this, that, and the other, it's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
We don't have fixed games. If we talk to referees, it wouldn't be asking a referee about a flag or throwing a fucking game.
Right.
We would ask them about referees in the league and which one is what and what their style is and this, that, and the other. You're just seeing yourself, referees is a big part of this fucking game.
Oh, huge.
They don't know what they're doing. They're throwing flags.
They control.
They don't know what to do.
They totally control the game.
But they definitely control the game. But it has nothing to do with fucking Luciano fucking Carlo out in fucking New York telling them to throw the flag away.
I understand that.
It's called inexperience. So if you're a sports consultant like myself or you, we get a lineup for referees just like every game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? You know who's reffing. Yeah. You know what's going on. And if you were smart like we are and you actually break it down, you not only break down the game that you're breaking down, you look who the fuck is reffing it as well.
Right.
You know their styles, and that's another part of the decision.
Yeah, great point, because some of these guys like to keep the whistle around their neck. They never throw a flag.
It's not that.
And other guys are throwing flags every fucking play.
Every fucking play.
Yep.
So if you're going to be a professional like ourselves, don't lie to the fucking clients and tell them you got a fixed game or you got a referee, because you're just fucking lying to people anyway. Do like we do. Focus on the referee.
Yeah.
Do a background check on him. Know him. Study him. Know where he's from.
Know what his tendencies
know where he
are.
comes from.
Yeah.
Know what his tendencies are, and get good at your craft.
And that's a great point, because in baseball,
we're giving too much shit out.
In baseball, the umpire rotation is especially important. It's extremely important. Some guys will call a high strike. Some guys will call it a low strike. Some guys will give you a corner off the plate, and other guys have a real tight strike zone.
Exactly.
So if you know the pitcher that's on the mound, the starting pitchers, you know a guy likes to live on the edge of the corner of the plate, and you got an umpire behind the mound that will call the corner of the plate, hey, advantage pitcher. On the flip side of that, if you got a guy that tends to be a little wild or lives on the edge of the plate, and you got an umpire that doesn't call an outside strike, is real tight with his strike zone, hey, you might have a few extra walks that game. In which case, you might be looking at the over.
But that's my point, man. You got to make sure that you stay focused. You got to make sure you stay aggressive. Guys, when you call VIP Sports, you get the world's best sports consultant in the world. I am world class. I deal with the most elite sports bettors in the world, period. I'm not a guy in my fucking underwear behind a computer picking games with your money.
Throwing darts. Right.
Okay? These guys that call you that are on websites, call now, or you got a guy pointing at the camera. This is a guy that's sitting in a fucking place. I don't give a fuck where he's at. I really don't care where he's at. Farting, picking games on a computer, throwing darts with your money.
Right. We are a wealth of knowledge, is what you're trying to say.
No, we're world class. We're Forbes. We're Fortune 500. We're a real company that actually studies referees, studies their styles, studies football teams, studies baseball teams.
Many different
Mingles
variables.
with players,
Yes.
coaches, CEOs, things that the guys in their underwear don't even fucking know about. Guys that have a website don't even know about.
They don't care about your money. They don't care about your bankroll.
You guys work too fucking hard. You guys work too hard to have some fucking idiot throw away your money.
Right.
Do not let a slick talking telephone tough guy talk you out of the money, portraying to be us.
Right.
In the last 10 years, everybody's VIP, or they go against VIP. Everybody's Steve Stevens. Everybody's this. Everybody's that. I took pride in being myself. I'm Darren Otero. I created Steve Stevens as a character for this business 10 years ago. You understand? It's my alter ego. That's who I turn into when I come to work. I leave all my problems at the door, come in and get the fucking money. Come in here and grind for my family. This is how I put my family through college. This is how I take care of my kids and my wife and my family. And I'm sorry that we do this a little bit more than a hobby. Mm-hmm. So when somebody calls us and they get an attitude from one of us, I'm sorry that we're just not out at playing.
So if you've been through the ringer, if you've been tainted, if you've been abused, if you've been lied to, if you've been cheated,
if you're winning on your own, listen, guys, if you're winning on your own, I want you to continue to win. I love that. All I want to do is add to your arsenal. For the guy that's winning on his own, I can give you extra 3-4 winners a week. For you guys that are getting buried, I can fucking give you a lifeline and pull you out. Mm-hmm. I can give you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I'll bring you back to life. I'll throw you a lifeline. If you're buried, I got a fucking shovel. I'll dig you the fuck out. They don't call me Bookie Killer for nothing. Skip, we got to get back to something real quick. We're not going to pump the company too much, but How many bookies? We wrote it down. How many bookies have we shut down in the year 2015?
It's been a huge summer.
We just went over the number.
Yeah, we closed.
31 total books between me and Skip. Local books have been shut down.
We've heard a lot of bookies this summer in baseball, and so far this football season's only adding to the bleeding for these guys.
That's a fucking fact.
So if your bankroll is smaller than mouse pussy, get a hold of Steve or myself right now at 877-220-6540.
And
what do you want to talk about?
Like I said, we're going to end it out. Like I said, we're kicking ass and taking names. I want to get into a few different games that we got tonight. You got Boise State versus Virginia. You got number 21 Stanford against Oregon State.
Right.
Let's give these guys get a couple different matchups. What's going on? Let's talk about Boise and Virginia. Skip, take it away.
Well, I'm not a weatherman. It's supposed to be raining there tonight, so just for the record, 60-70% chance of rain. Boise State, they lost last week to BYU. That was their first loss, Steve, in a year. Just for the record. Now, that doesn't mean they cover, because they only covered 4 times. They've only lost 1 game in a year. Boise State, that was last week.
Okay.
However, they only covered 4 of those wins.
Right.
They're like 4-7 or 4-8 against the spread. So,
that is correct.
Now, keep in mind, people, against the spread is what this is all about.
It's all about covering the spread.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you like. Doesn't matter who you think. Doesn't matter what player you're playing in fantasy football. That doesn't mean a fucking thing against winning against the spread, guys.
Right. And BYU was ready for Boise last week because Boise whooped their ass 55-30 last year. And BYU remembered that, and they were ready.
That's enough. That's enough. We gave them enough. Also, you got a marquee matchup, 21 Stanford against Oregon State. Give them a little game on that as well, Skip.
Well, Stanford ranked 21, first in the country now after they just went into Southern California, beat USC by 10 as a 10-point dog last week, as most of us know. Last year, Stanford beat Oregon State by 24, but that game was in Stanford. Be careful, that line's coming down a little bit. It was 16, it's down to 14 now. Stanford's laying 2 touchdowns.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you know right off the bat, I do have an owner selection on that game tonight. Number 21, Stanford versus Oregon State. Soon as you hear our podcast, go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, hit us up on Twitter, or more importantly, the best way to get a hold of us is just calling. 877-220-6540. My secretary will answer. Tell her I'm looking to get paid.
That's a very interesting game, guys. Extremely interesting. You got a true freshman quarterback for Oregon State.
That is correct.
You got a quarterback, Hogan, for Stanford, who's banged up. His ankle's,
His ankle's fucked. Go ahead and tell him. It don't matter. That's not giving away none of our information.
He's not 100%.
No, he's not.
But the public knows that his ankle's fucked up, which is why the lines went from 16 down to 14. Some early public money's been coming in on the Beavers. Stanford's 4-1 against the spread their last 5 games. They beat Oregon State, 5 straight times.
I love it.
They've outscored them by 100 points in those 5 games. But listen, on paper, this game could look lopsided. Just be careful. If you really want to know what's going to go on in that game,
just call us.
You heard what he said. Get a hold of us.
Just get a hold of us.
I can't tell you anymore. I can tell you a lot.
Correct.
Give me a call and I'll tell you what you need to know.
Just like, let's get into Saturday a little bit, give them a little preview of what's going on. Saturday's games that we're looking at, as you know, me and you were in a 4-hour meeting this morning, telling you what I'm going to release.
Well, let me just say this. What I heard you say in that meeting this morning and where I know the information is coming from, I've been around this game a long time, Steve.
Yeah.
Just like you have.
See that smile?
I was in the meeting. I heard what was said. I know the kind of money you're throwing down on this game. It's the largest wager we're making on
this year so far
on a college football game. Listen to me. It's the largest wager that we personally are making on a college football game the entire fucking month of September.
And we'll show you.
Since the season started.
Now, there's 3.
Get a hold of us, and we'll tell you what fucking game that is.
I'm going to even read 3 games who we're playing. And,
don't narrow it down. There's 40.
I'm going to narrow it down because they deserve it.
Please don't do that.
We're looking at UCLA versus Arizona. You got number 10 you got number 16 against number 9. You got Utah versus Oregon and BYU versus Michigan.
And TCU's at Texas Tech. USC's at Arizona State. Do you want me to rattle off a few more?
Don't tell them no more. I was trying to give them 3 games. Anyway,
State's playing tomorrow.
Out of 80 fucking games on the board total, we've locked in on 1 game. It's going to be the biggest game I bet all year long. $220,000 to win $200,000.
Biggest bet this month since the season started.
You'll see it on Twitter. You'll see. Yeah, it's not bigger than what we've done in football. Bet $500,000 on Tom Brady. So if that didn't give you anxiety, nothing will. But like I said, besides that, guys, give us a call because, like I said, we have a couple games that we like on Saturday on a 1 to 10 that are an 11. Right. These games are going to put a smile on your face so big you could eat a banana sideways. I'm talking about a game that's going to put a smile on your face so big a Mack truck couldn't run it off.
Correct.
That's the type of game you're looking. I'm talking about a game stronger than Hurricane Katrina.
That's pretty strong.
A game bigger than Khloe Kardashian's camel toe.
That's pretty big.
You know how fucking big that is. Anyway, guys, go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com to get the absolute blowout winner that Steve Stevens is going on first thing tonight and first thing Saturday morning. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Move on, Steve. What's going on next,
What do
Skipper?
you want to talk? 10 games left in the regular baseball season?
No, I want to talk about
Whole
football
season?
still. Let's keep it in order. I want to get to NFL.
You said what's going on, Skipper?
I know,
said there's
sorry.
10 games left in the regular baseball season.
There is.
What would you like to talk about? Some more college football?
No, I don't.
You
I
want to
wanna-
give away some more of our
No,
tickets?
I want to move to NFL because there's 3 surprise winless teams.
Okay.
3 teams that surprised the whole fucking world that are winless, and you and I have sat here and told them over and over and over from week 1, to look out for.
The Colts.
Colts, number 1. They're on the road against Tennessee this week.
Okay.
Number 2, Seattle. Did you ever think Seattle would start out fucking 0-3?
I'm not a big fan of Pete Carroll, so I kind of like that.
Okay, well, they're on the road against Chicago. Chicago's no punk fucking team either.
Seattle's at home
Yeah.
versus Chicago.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Correct. They are at home. And then Philly's on the road. You had
Yeah.
me confused. Against the undefeated Jets.
The no offense Philadelphia Eagles, 7 yards rushing, go into New York to play the New York Football Jets.
Hold on. You missed the key word. Undefeated Jets.
Correct.
This fucking Ryan Fitzpatrick looks like a fucking Viking / barbarian / caveman. You got a motherfucking Sasquatch out there, undefeated 3-0, playing like there's. He looks like a fucking
He's
a Viking from Scooby-Doo, bro. This fucking guy is nuts. He's ugly as fuck, and he's 3-0.
Well, he might be 3-0 after the Eagles come in there this week. But I'll tell you this right now.
He's going to be 3-0.
It's the defense.
And I'll tell you, I like that
It's
guy.
the Jets defense that's winning games for him, Steve.
Yeah.
They might be the best defense in the NFL, and you heard that right here.
Well, I'd have to agree with you on that, to be honest with you.
And Philly going in there with an absolute fucking no offense, a lack of fucking total offense. I mean, when you're rushing for 7 yards last week at home against a division rivalry,
Right.
and then you got to go face the Jets defense.
Right.
Let's not give anything away here.
But listen, I'll talk about games that I'm not betting all day long. I won't bet the motherfucker. I won't bet Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't give a fuck how good he's been. Don't like their team. I'm not hating on the fans or this, that, and the other. It's not a team that I'd bet. I wouldn't bet against Philly either. So I'll tell you, they both fucking suck in my eyes, even though they're fucking undefeated at 2-0, looking to go 3-0. Besides the previews, again, we're locked in this Sunday for some major motherfucking games, and we can guarantee it's not Jets against Philly. It won't be Seattle and Chicago.
I think,
but you never know.
I think Cincinnati at Baltimore is going to be an interesting game this week.
Well, it's a marquee
After-
matchup, especially after Baltimore came off to a loss.
Yeah, after Baltimore just took a shit against the Raiders, Cincinnati's 2-0. They look
Shout
good.
out to the Raiders, to all my Raider fans. Sleepy over there at the car lot. What's up, Holmes?
Sleepy.
The motherfucking Raider fans or whatever, Holmes. Raider fans will beat the fuck out of you. You, Veronica.
They're
I know
crazy
that's your fuck.
motherfuckers.
Garcia. Hey, Garcia. I know those are your fucking people or whatever, Garcia. Huh? Raider fans don't fuck around.
Nope.
Huh? You fuck with our team or whatever, we'll cut your fucking throat, Holmes. We don't fuck, we bang Raiders, Holmes, all fucking day. We wear our socks up or whatever.
That's going to be a big divisional game of Cincinnati and Baltimore. That's a big game for both teams. I mean, early in the season. Cincinnati can go to an early 3-0, which would be big in the division. Another game I think is interesting is Buffalo's down in Miami.
That's going to be a very, hold on, those teams match up big fucking time.
Yeah,
You understand that?
I'm very interested in that.
That's
game.
a marquee matchup. Now, hold on. What about Buffalo's defense, pal?
They've given up 54 points in 2 weeks. They talked a big fucking game about
And-
their defense, but New England went in there and let them the fuck off.
There you like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So these teams and their stats from year to year, game to game, don't mean a motherfucking thing.
Rex
when it
Ryan
comes.
and his big fucking defense has given up 54 points in 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Moving on to Major League Baseball.
You want to go to baseball now?
Absolutely, if you
Yogi
don't mind.
Berra?
Yogi Berra dies at 90. Rest in peace, Yogi Berra. I mean, you were a superstar. How about the Yogi Berrisms?
Oh, it's fucking.
It's
great.
not over till it's over.
Oh, they're
this
great.
guy came with some solid stuff. I can tell you that right fucking now. You understand that?
Yeah.
His one-liners, his will to win, his motivation. Shout out to Yogi Berra, man.
As a player and a coach, he's got more rings than fucking Liberace, right?
More rings than Liberace. How about the sayings? Your girl's taking more balls off the chin than Yogi Berra.
Nobody goes there anymore because it's too long of a line to get in.
Plus, no one, not only that, the Yogi Berra statements don't come around anymore because no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
Our kids that are 20 years old,
They don't know nothing about
They don't
Yogi.
have a fucking clue who Yogi Berra is. But
I don't even know who Yogi Berra is, let alone Yogi Berra.
You're pretty sharp about that. Anyway, shout out to Yogi Berra. You meant a lot to Major League Baseball. You're a true icon. Rest in peace. I love what you did for the game. Guys like you just make me love baseball. And,
Yep.
you took it to your grave with you, brother. He was no different than like certain guys like a Jerry Tarkanian or
He represented.
They just, as long as they're watching their craft, that's all that matters.
He's a legend forever, man.
It's even, shout out to Roger Mayweather. That's not doing good with his diabetes and stuff like that. But you put him in front of the boxing ring, he smiles and he's sharp as a fucking razor. You know what I mean? Jerry Tarkanian, before he passed, he didn't know anything about what was going on, borderline shit in his pants, but you put him at front row of the game, he knows exactly what's going on. He was happy as hell.
Give him a towel and give him a front row seat.
He died loving his craft. And when you go to VIP Sports and when you deal with us, that's what I do. I'm willing to die for my craft. I'm a guy that breathes this shit every single day.
Right.
I'm not so much worried about studying it. I'm not a statistician. I'm not a guy that's studying sports, because none of that means anything against the spread.
Right.
When I say I'm going to go to war for you, that means I'm going to pay and I'm going to study and I'm going to follow divisions and I'm going to get the best information possible for you to make the most amount of money, period. Anybody that says they win more than me, they're lying, period. Our company writes more business and has a bigger client base than anybody in the world. So come be a part of the #1 team. Moving on, Yogi Bear dies. Baseball's coming to a close. You said there's how many games? 10 games left?
10 games left in the regular season. Postseason right around the corner. Love October. Love postseason baseball. October is just a beautiful month. Not only will it be my birthday next month.
Who will be Mr. October?
Mr. October.
In baseball,
who's gonna be Mr. October
Yeah, who's taking
baseball?
Jeter's name, yeah.
Wow, now there's a great fucking question.
Yeah, does it have to be a Yankee to be Mr. October?
No, and it won't be a Yankee.
No, I didn't think so.
It might be fucking Cespedes might be Mr. October for the Mets.
Write that down, guys, so we can start quoting this fucking guy. Who's it going to be?
It could be Cespedes.
Okay.
Jonas Cespedes for the Mets.
Okay. I don't have an opinion. I'm tired of putting my foot in my fucking mouth.
I'll go with Cespedes.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're there for. Now, I cut you off. Your birthday's in October,
Yeah.
which is a very...
October's
Listen, this is a motherfucker right here that celebrates his birthday for like 30 days straight.
Well, my birthday's every fucking day.
Well, every day's a holiday.
Or should I say I celebrate like it's my birthday every day?
Well, no, that's why...
Party like it's your birthday.
Go Shody. No, it's every day's a holiday.
Right.
For you, because you're blessed and the money and
That's
the
what I tell my wife and my kids. Yeah.
But your birthday's once a year. But every day, they eat and live like every day's a holiday.
Every day's fucking Christmas around here.
That's a fact. The Skipper's family lives like every day's a holiday. That's a fact.
That's because it is.
Yeah, well, God bless you for being able to do that.
Thank you very
And guys, don't forget, we don't get paid. Do not think that we're cocky people. Don't forget, we work commission.
Oh, yeah,
so
we are.
we don't. Yeah, we're cocky as a motherfucker. Yeah, we're real fucking cocky. But we're not throwing it in your face, because in order for us to get paid, the client got paid.
Yeah, a lot of clients are getting paid.
Okay, clients get paid, we get paid, because nobody pays you for losing games.
No, they don't. That's the formula is win for everybody, win for yourself.
Here's the deal, man. They asked me, Steve, what's your deal? If let's say you're a car lot salesman and let's say you work for Mercedes-Benz. If you have a 2015 S600 that just hit your lot, it's a $200,000 car. Your boss tells you to sell it for $50,000. As a salesman, you're going to fucking scream from the top of your lungs, from the top of the mountaintop, to sell that fucking car, aren't you? Because it's the biggest fucking value, most profitable thing you can do.
Especially if there's a big spiff on it.
If you're going to make a $100,000 commission.
Right.
I have the formula for success, okay? So, of course, I'm going to scream from the top of my lungs, I'm the best in the fucking world. It's a $1 trillion fucking industry, ladies and gentlemen. There's enough money for all of us. Come get your share of this $1 trillion industry. I don't want to do it alone.
Right.
I want to make everybody money. I have the formula for success: money management and discipline. All you got to do is call me and I'll show you how to make more money than you've ever made in your life, period. There's more money in sports betting than any other investment in the world, and nobody, and I mean nobody, gets the information that I get, and that you can take to the bank.
Nobody does.
Royals
it
beat the
better.
fuck. Royals stomped.
Yeah, congratulations,
Stomped
Kansas City.
and clinched the first division title since 1985.
Yeah, since the George Brett era.
That is correct. What's better than having action on all these meaningful games down the stretch is winning money on these games down the
Yeah,
stretch.
it gives you extra money for football.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's get into other news. It looks here, Forbes top earning actors. You want to talk about who's the most money-making actor?
Yeah.
What would you think, Veronica? This is Forbes top 7 actors list. Who do you think number 1 on the list for 2015?
Goodness, I have no idea. 2015? I don't know.
Okay, well,
Enough movies
for the 3rd year in a row, ladies and gentlemen, coming from California, from less than zero, sucking cock, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
With $80 million. I like Robert Downey Jr. I like what he's been through. He's been in and out of cocaine. He's been in and out of Hollywood. He's been through some fucked up shit.
Well, $80 million in a year, there might be some more cocaine in the mix.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ever went to the dark side and played with cocks and shit. I don't like that part of it. But yeah, he's definitely been through a lot and came back, kept his sanity. Let
me ask you this. Who's cooler, him or Charlie Sheen?
Right. Cooler, hands down.
Not who's richer. Who's a cooler dude? Charlie Sheen or Rock? If you could go out with one of them and party all night here in Vegas.
Come on, it's not even a fucking question. Charlie Sheen.
Okay.
But when it's time,
I was just checking you.
But hold on. After you leave and you snort an 8-ball with Charlie and it's 5 a.m. and you go to sleep and Charlie's still talking to you for another 3 days, Charlie gets a little weird. I'd rather, Robert Downey might just do it, go to sleep, wake up. Charlie's going to go on a 3-4 day run. He's going to have his shirt off, might be in your backyard fucking your girl 3 days later.
Well, if you're in Las Vegas and you've done an 8-ball, 5 in the morning is when the hookers just come by.
Well, that's what I mean. You're supposed to catch your nut.
You're just getting started.
No, well, not really, dude. Where I'm from, you start early, you get rolling. In my day, I'd get going early, this, that, and the other. By 4 or 5 in the morning when the sun comes up, you want to get home, you get with your girl, you shoot one off, you call it a night.
Right.
Some people take it the next level. Those are guys that don't live here. I'm battle born. Yeah, we have a rule in Vegas. When the sun comes up, you get home. You don't keep going days and days because there's always something to do. It's the most entertaining city in the fucking world.
You're experienced.
My question is, I'd hang out with Charlie Sheen if I was going on a one-night run.
Charlie Sheen, good answer.
Do I want to see him when I wake up the next day and he's still up? No.
That's one dude I'd like to hang out with.
Charlie Sheen, I love to death. Well, I want to get Charlie Sheen on season 2. I got my guys reaching out. I've met Charlie. Charlie's he's diehard baseball.
That'd be awesome.
So I'd love to get Charlie on season 2. Charlie, give me a call, brother. If not, my people are going to get with you. Bring you out to Vegas, bet 20, 30, 40,000 a game.
Yeah.
We'll show Hollywood what we do for real.
Come and check us out, pimp.
This is what blew me away. Number 2, Jackie Chan. The fuck has Jackie Chan been into? Has he got a cartoon or something I don't know about?
He's probably making millions overseas, man.
$50 million, Jackie Chan.
I'm actually shocked at that. I was thinking it would be more.
Yeah.
He's probably, he's got to be huge overseas.
No, yeah.
Right?
Obviously. Number 3, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
That's the toughest attitude, borderline gay guy I've ever seen in my life. If he doesn't have gay tendencies, I don't know who does. One scene he's looking at, let's go do the car. And then he gives that little gay look right afterwards and shit.
I'm not sure what's up with that.
I don't know if he's just acting tough or what, but...
he's a big dude. I wouldn't...
How is he a big dude? I think Vin Diesel is what, 5'5"?
He's a monster.
Is he 6 foot?
He's over 6 foot.
Vin Diesel's a monster, man.
Vin Diesel 6 foot?
That ain't just a
You're a
camera.
motherfucking liar.
That's not just a
While
camera,
While you're
man.
sitting there, I need you to pull it up.
Okay.
Okay. He's not 6 foot. Well, if he is, I'll fight him all day long. I'm 5'10". I weigh 170. I'll scrap Vin Diesel on pay-per-view for $50,000.
Wow.
We can set it up on Floyd's undercard if he ever fights again.
I'll bet you 200 right now he's 6 foot or bigger.
I bet you $200 he's not.
Okay.
Okay? So that's a live bet right now.
He's 6 foot.
I'm not paying you on that.
What do you mean you're
That's
not?
a push, motherfucker.
I said 6 or better.
If I bet 6 in Las Vegas and you had 6, that's a win?
Sure enough, it says 6 foot
Okay,
exactly.
good. So what are you, fucking...
And you know they're... Oh, it says... Hold on a second now.
This ain't Arizona Charlie's. Ties don't win here.
Let me be fair. It says Vin Diesel's height...
He's 5'10".
Has variously be reported anywhere from 5'10" to 6 foot.
What'd I tell you?
Well, I know.
Which means they're lying.
He's
not,
5'10".
Yeah, he's not 6.
I won't take your money.
And I'm not... Listen, I'm going by what it says. It says plainly there, 6 foot.
Skip. When I'm in Hollywood doing all that shit for our show,
gonna call it-
I know these people. I meet them. I see them.
We're going to call this a tie, a push.
All right, yeah, we'll call...
I'm shocked he's not 6'2".
But they did say they had to put.
Do basketball players always list themselves sometimes 2 inches bigger in college?
Well, all athletes do.
Hollywood's just as big.
Of course.
Hollywood is just as big. Okay.
I'm shocked. I thought he was...
Let's get through the list.
I thought he was 6'2".
Yeah, no, not even fucking close. You didn't see when he was fucking Mariah Carey? That Mariah Carey was taller than him.
So Vin Diesel, if you're out there, I think it's 50,000 on pay. We're gonna put it on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Steve Stevens.
I'm a skinny motherfucker, been from the
versus Vin
streets, been
Diesel.
shot several times. I'll fucking scrap. I like you. I like your movies, but just to make some money, I'll fight you on pay-per-view for 50,000. That's no fucking problem. That's what I do for a living.
You don't even leave your house for 50,000. You must really hate this guy.
No, I don't at all. It's just I'm looking for something else to do, man.
Oh, okay.
Bradley Cooper, 4th place, $41 million. And Adam Sandler, 5th place, $41 million. I mean, Adam Sandler has a movie out every other week. So whether they annoy you or not,
I'm not a big Adam
I'm
Sandler
not
fan.
either, but I admire his money-making ability and how long he stayed strong.
Oh, he knows how to go
He
get it.
annoys the shit out of me, but he's a go-getter. I love it.
He's got some serious connections.
Tom Cruise, $41 million. How much money does Tom Cruise have?
He's got a lot of money.
He'll be a billionaire probably.
He gives it all to the Scientology church.
I know. God bless you. Give me a little bit of your Scientology bullshit. They really sold you.
Tom Cruise.
And then Mark Wahlberg, who I figure should be number 1 on the list, $32 million. Yeah. Mark Wahlberg probably made more than that producing. He's produced a lot of shit. That's acting.
He's out there.
That's acting only.
He's been getting paid.
So back to basketball, or should I say?
I thought you were going to say number 8, Steve Stevens.
Well, I was just going to tell you.
$49 million.
Number 8, Steve Stevens, season 2, Money Talks.
$49 million.
Absolutely.
Number 9, the skipper.
Number 9, the skipper, coming right behind. That is a fucking fact. Next year we will be on that fucking list as the number 1 fucking reality show in the fucking world. Shout out to NBC Universal. We love you. Meta World Peace signed with the Lakers. For those that don't know Ebonics or Muslim, that's Ron Artest. Meta World Peace. He changed his name to
Peace.
That's Ron Artest. Contract is not guaranteed past training camp. Lakers, it's not.
So they're saying come and practice.
No,
with
this
us.
is coming right. This is coming right from my people. It's not guaranteed.
Just come and practice. Come and practice with us.
He's been having a good attitude. The Lakers feel he's a good guy to have around to develop young players. And you know what? He is a strong presence.
That may be true.
If he can not speak, and here's the deal. He's from my generation. He comes from hip hop. He comes from gangbanging, straight out of Compton. You guys have seen the movie now. You can relate to how we grew up in that era. We're getting older now, so he's probably calming down a little bit. When you hit 40 years old, you're not gangbanging. He's not rapping anymore. He's not putting out any rap CDs. He's not in the league. He's not making dumb statements. So I think it's a good idea. He's a tough motherfucker. He's like a Dennis Rodman.
I was just going to say that. So Dennis Rodman or Ron Artest?
Fuck, they're both weird as fuck. I don't know.
It depends what you want to do. Do you want to hang out with him? Which one's a better basketball player?
Well, one of them's going to want to fuck you at the end of the night if he don't have no pussy.
Which one's a bigger freak?
Dennis Rodman's going to want to suck your cock if he doesn't find anything else. So I'm going to roll with Ron Artest in the hood.
He's probably hanging out with the North Korean leader.
I guarantee he is. Anyway. But yeah, so I feel it'd be a good thing. Now, Floyd Mayweather, good friend of mine, and Cat Williams defend Nick Diaz after receiving a 5-year suspension by the UFC for smoking weed. What do you feel about that?
I think it's the 3rd time he's gotten busted.
I understand that, but it's not that. It's hear me out. It's what Floyd's saying. Cat Williams, he's a comedian.
Who's Cat Williams?
He's a comedian. He's a dude that was in Friday. He's a stand-up comedian. Looks like a little pimp, 4'2".
Sorry,
he annoys the shit
Cat.
out of me.
Sorry,
no,
Cat.
good comedian, good dude, makes a lot of money. He annoys the shit out of me, dude.
Right.
Yeah, well, he needs to cut his fucking perm off, like I said. But it's all part of his act. Good dude. He's funny. At the end of the day, I smoke a lot of marijuana.
No.
It doesn't make me. Does that make me a better salesman than you because I smoke weed?
No.
Okay, so it's not giving me an advantage in sales. Do you think that smoking marijuana is giving him an advantage in UFC?
No.
Okay, so I agree with
a disadvantage, if anything.
Right? No shit. So hear me out. You fine him up the ass. Like you want to keep smoking pot, UFC's going to make $2 million off you because we're going to keep fining you. The commissioner of UFC and Dana White, you guys need to run the program more like the NFL. Fine these motherfuckers for dumb shit to make a lot of money for your company, you dumb fucks.
5 years is a huge suspension.
I don't agree with it.
That's basically the end of your career.
You don't have an advantage smoking weed in UFC fighting. If you're mad that it doesn't give UFC a good name, well, then you shouldn't have Joe Rogan commentating every UFC fight who smokes more weed than anybody I know. UFC, Joe Rogan, I love you. You have one of the best podcasts out there besides mine. You smoke as much weed as me. He smokes on his podcast. It's open and free.
Really?
So there you go. I mean, you can't contradict yourself there, Dana White. See, Skip, I know these people. I'm very sharp. You're getting mad at a guy that smokes weed, but yet Joe Rogan, who hosts UFC, who's at every UFC event, who is the face of UFC, is the biggest pothead in the world. Should he be suspended too? Does that make him a better announcer?
No.
No. So make your fucking mind up. People are allowed to smoke marijuana. Guys, you shouldn't suspend him. You should fine him and keep fining him if he keeps smoking. But in a sport like that, I don't think it affects the game.
5 years is a long time.
Moving on.
I think he needs to talk to Tom Brady's attorney. Maybe he can get that fucking suspension reduced.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, it's Friday Night Lights, ladies and gentlemen. Me and the Skip got to get back at it. Like I said, coming off the Giants in the over last night, couple blowout winners, had an over winner in college, 3-0 situation for the day. All I'm telling you guys is right now, we want to make you more money than you've made in your entire life. Now is the time. Do not wait till it's too late. Guys, 13 weeks of football goes like this. Everybody's betting. Everybody's going on their own. Don't wait till you bury yourself till you call us. You deserve the better in life. You deserve the finer things. Go to VIP Sports Las Vegas. Let me take you to another level because at the end of the day, you deserve it. VIP Sports Las Vegas, Steve Stevens, the skipper, Veronica, we're out. God bless you. We love you.
Get a hold of us. We're going to have a big weekend. That college football game tomorrow is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, 45 inbound calls.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. We play with big cash and we blowing money fast. Riding in a plush Benz trunk full of money bags. I need a G for every light bulb on the Vegas Strip. Naked bitches in my mansion dancing to some player shit. Made a grip on the grind, but I started out with nothing. Dealt me a bad hand, but I still won bluffing. I'm Steve Stevens. I make G's when I'm sleeping. Some coward shot me up 'cause they ain't want to see me breathing. Nice try.